A man is valued by what others say of him. And this is a lesson that I've learned from the second section of Proverbs 27:21. And the reason why it's so important for us to just think about that statement, that a man is valued by what other people say of him, it just reminded me of why even HR people ask for referral letters, because so many times what feedback you receive from different people is very important, and it's a stamp of affirmation of the character of that person. And why this is important is because so many times we try to pretend who we are. We act like we are saints, we act like we are perfect individuals, or even especially around people who are strangers. When you go for functions, when we are at the office place, when we are in public spaces, we tend to portray an image of perfection. But when you are around people who are family, people who know you for who you are, they know your true worth. They know who you are as they know who you are as an individual. They know who your true character. They know your outbursts. They know your anger tantrums. And when people keep hearing this feedback from family members, they hear this feedback from your intimate circles, and then the perceptions or the feedback that they receive is one of negativity, then you end up creating a stamp of approval everywhere you go, because what you are telling people is that you're telling people this is who I am, and how you're telling people who you are is by your character. And the more people you're telling, because there are more people you're interacting with, the more your value in the eyes of all these people is affirmed. And if a stranger comes in the midst of your community, your village, or your work environment and ask, you know what, I would like to engage with so and so in this maybe deal, in this project, in this function, what do you think of this person? And the thing is, you never know who is being asked about you. You never know if it's the person you stepped on. And I think that's why it's so important sometimes even when you go to restaurants, or when even you're at hotels, and how you treat the staff, how you treat the waiters, how you treat the housekeeping, because you never know whom these people will be asked for your referral. Maybe someone will be like, you know what, yeah, yesterday so and so came to this restaurant, and we are conducting an interview on how they behaved based on their interactions of this of how they entered into this place. And the more they're asked from the staff, the waiters, the housekeeping, the guards in your estate, the people who you don't think have value, they start saying, you know, that person usually is very arrogant. That person is very mean. That person is so unkind. And the examples and the feedback that are given put you at a disadvantage. And so it's important for you to ask yourself, how are you carrying yourself? How are you carrying yourself on a daily basis? How are you carrying yourself on a more intimate level where there are not so many people? Because sometimes it's said, especially in our culture, that our house managers, our guards, wherever we stay, are the ones who truly know you, the caretakers, because they know the outbursts they hear you having with your wife. They hear the outbursts they hear you having maybe with your children. They see how you treat them on a daily basis. And you never know the person who is the link between your next level of elevation. And also words are a stamp. They are a stamp. And I think that's why even when the Bible was talking about a man is valued by what others say of him, it's not that what others say of you is the defining factor, but they're acting as a reflection of who you are. And that is why so many HR practitioners, organizations, ask for a referral letter. Even if you're not in HR, even if you're in business, that you ask for when you're tendering for a contract, or you're just tendering to supply services, you give a recommendation letters from people who you have delivered your services to, because they want to hear, how is this person delivering their services? Are they a supplier who is constantly dead on the deadlines? And so you have to evaluate yourself on a constant daily basis. And my encouragement to you this day is that for you to be able to work on your character, work on delivering your best each and every time, so that when you show up in the marketplace, you're showing up knowing that despite what I'm going through, despite what I'm saying, what my character portrays is of true value. And if someone is asked of how Mawia is, they can be able to vouch for my character. So character is not something you wear as a cloth and then put it down. It's something that you have to be consistently wearing it. And through that, people will value you more.